This week on Not Your Average Fangirls.
Oh god, it better not be some like.
Hopefully it's not as dumb as dripping.
See, you're right.
I'm a fight.
The K-pop photocard business is booming. Past idols' careers are tanking. And the supreme Taemin gives us with a comeback so good, it would be criminal for us to not talk about it. Check it out.
What's up, you guys? It is Not Your Average Fangirls, back with another week of K-pop-ness. It's your girl, Kat, and I would just like to say that I can't wait for K to debut in the Island group so he can be one of my olds. Love that for me.
Wow.
A whole mess.
Hey guys, it's Cynthia. Vote for Nikki. Still, I don't care.
Vote for
Nikki.
Daniel, too.
Vote for Nikki.
Vote for Daniel.
And Nikki.
And Daniel. And Sungwoon. And Sunwoo. And Jay. Vote for Jay.
Jay!
Every day I wake up, I vote.
Same. My morning routine is wake up, snooze my alarm, vote for Nikki, go back to sleep, wake up, turn off my alarm, and then get ready for work.
Oh my god. Hello everyone, it's Terica, and I feel like I just need people to celebrate me because I feel like I'm the reason why some of my friends are making money, because at first I was mocked and I was ridiculed for talking about Makari every week, and now these hoes out here making bank on Makari every day because also, if you are a Makari and you have a any NCT Dream We Young photo cards, I'm collecting one for every member. I need 3 more members. Thank you. Also, if you are selling any type of Johnny, Jaemin, Doyoung, or Haechan photo cards, please hit your girl up. Thank you.
Dang.
I thought you gave up on Jaemin.
I could never give up on Jaemin.
I'm screaming. We went from hire us to please let me purchase things from you.
I'm saying, Mercari, just sponsor us. Thank you.
If we're gonna talk about that, I'm also collecting every photo card from the new A.c.e album. So if you're selling them, let me know.
And hello, everybody. This is Carolina. You know what? I'm just gonna go off of this. Like, if anybody looking for Wood's albums, let me know. I still have like 3, please.
Oh yeah, let me know.
I'm on the
let
last
me know
leg.
if you want to buy from OneUs. I'm so sorry. I know, Anai. I know, girl. I told you I was gonna message you and I never did. And now I feel like it's too late for me to message you, girl. I suck at all this. I literally have like 60 albums that are just chilling.
Just post that shit on Mercari. Just be like, $10, like full album, $10.
I feel left out. Everyone
right?
is like all of you guys are selling and I'm not. So I'm like, I need to like start this business.
The photocard business is booming. Oh, you know what? This is just random, but like, when did this become such a big thing? Like buying photocards, because I knew of people collecting, and and I've seen obviously like people buy photocards for the longest. Most of the time, what I've done is just trade for photocards for my faves.
I have the answer for you, Carolina. I have the answer for you. Are you ready for this?
Capitalism. What's the answer?
No.
Capitalism.
The answer is pandemic, because we can no longer go to concerts where like we need something to like fill that void. It is selling and buying photo cards. So now everybody's like, you know what? I can't go to a concert. So you know what? It's time for me to finish this collection of photo cards right here, right now. So now that is the new it thing that's like keeping us together, keeping us from going crazy.
Truly.
I feel like everybody
Honestly,
it's like a lot of people are like purging like their K-pop collection. Like, I don't use this, I need to sell it or give it away. Like,
because I think people are finally like honing in onto like the groups that they want to collect. Because at first it was like, ooh, album, but now it's like, okay, I'm only gonna collect because this group that I love so much has 82 versions, and like I can't afford their 82 versions and random versions. So like you just pick your specific group, and like since we can't see our manses in real life, we have to stare at them on tiny little pictures in binders. So
like I already have the groups like written down, the collections that I want. I have right now my BTS collection is pretty much done. I just need their debut album. Like my ATEEZ collection, I just need the new album. My ACE collection is done. My Victon collection is done. So I'm like, Dreamcatcher
like all the
is
photo
next.
cards or just the albums?
Just the albums.
Yeah.
The ACE albums right now, that is the only album that I think I'll collect all the photo cards from. And that's just because I purely love this concept. Like, this concept's gorgeous.
Pre-pandemic, I didn't care about albums. And now I'm like, well.
No, but like, it was
since
like,
we're here,
you guys, I feel like I'm more of an album person. Like, I like having albums than photocards. So I'm like, you know, because I have like my display shelf like with all my albums on it. So I'm like, I want albums. Like photocards, like they're fine and dandy, and I'll put one in my clear phone case of my bias. But like, I don't actively go out and buy, you know, photocards. I think the A.C.E album will be the first and the last one that I do this for.
Oh, you say that, but then the rush drags you in. And then you wake up every morning at 3 o'clock and you check ckery and you say, ooh, what's on sale today? And it's like the little cartoon fingers, like, ooh, what's on sale today?
I can't.
I was the same. I'm like, oh, the albums are what's important. But now, like, I don't know, like, the photo cards, it's just like I said in our group chat, it's the rush of waking up. And, like, now I've discovered the world of claiming things. And it's like a bid. It's like ticketing. It's like a free-for-all. And, like, a person will be like, I have 6 of these. And the first people to, like, claim them on this Google Doc gets them. And then you have to, like, type in all your information and click all these buttons and submit it. And then there's, like, timestamps. And it's like, Susie Q from Akron, Ohio got the Headchan photo card in 2 seconds. So she won that one. You know what I mean? Like, it's so exciting. I've done like 4 claims.
Have we ever thought about therapy?
What? I think that's an addiction.
She is addicted to photo cards, Your Honor. This is gambling. This is like Terika is addicted to gambling. She is a gambler, Your Honor.
I think that in your defense, Terika, I think what you do is really dope, where you're just collecting like certain members, and I might also start doing that. But I think as far as like album wise, like all together, like where you're like, oh, I want all the dream photos, like this will be the only album that I would do that for.
But last week was slow. We needed that, y'all. The K-pop world is a mess. Last week was insane, but it was A.C.E, so it was worth it. A.C.E. Last week we had day 6. They celebrated their 5th anniversary on September 7th.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Yeah, so congratulations to day 6. I know that this year it was weird because they all just did like individual like V lives, I think it was, like to congratulate everybody because of COVID, and obviously because Jae and Sungmin are taking a little break.
Yeah, and
but it was cute.
Things. Wow, imagine having like debuting for 5 years and not releasing a single skip song. Like, wow, amazing, the power.
In other news, we had BTS. Congratulations to them too, because they are.
Yes, happy birthday to Kim Namjoo.
Yes, you're right. To say that. It's our president's birthday.
To our president.
Happy birthday to you.
Hey.
Happy birthday to you.
Hey.
Happy birthday of President of the World, Kim Namjoo.
President of the World.
Happy birthday to you, Kim Namjoo.
Kim Namjoo. But congrats to them for Cookie's birthday. We got them the Billboard Hot 100 #1, and for our president's birthday, we had to do it again. So they're the second week at #1 in the Billboard Hot 100. Which has never been done by, again, an Asian group. So, yay!
Woo, we love to see
in the stars tonight.
So, and they were also on the Today Show. And funny enough is that at work, they play the Today Show. Like, that's the channel that's on in the morning in the break room. And that morning, my boss comes up the stairs, like, into the office, and he's just like, your boys were just on TV. And I was just like, huh? And they were just like, yeah, the BTS with the Dynamite song. And I was like, oh, shit. I didn't even know that they were going to be on the Today Show.
They look good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did.
I saw pictures after. Yeah, they did. Wow. Another one making headlines again, BlackPink. Netflix announced that they're going to do a K-pop documentary on them. It comes out on October 14. So it's going to give you like a behind the scenes of everything BlackPink. So are they going to drop tea?
10 minutes long.
Probably. Imagine.
Behind the scenes of all their songs. So the documentary is 30 minutes.
I'm excited for the BlackPink documentary just because, I want to see like what it's actually going to be all about.
Yeah.
You know how sometimes they'll make a documentary and it's just like, everything is rainbows and unicorns. And I'm just like, hold the hell up. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Like, I see y'all struggling at times. Don't play.
Are they going to show us like the dirty, like, aka like them being like, hey, can we get an album? And then YG being like, no. Like, what is
You're
it?
right. YG behind bars, like, no.
I wonder if they're even gonna show him because of, like, you know what I mean?
They probably won't, honestly.
Yeah.
In some other news, SM is going educational, everybody. They're dipping into the educational system. There we go. SM is gonna start SM Institute. So it's like a global arts education school for the trainees. And this is what I thought was funny, because somebody commented on this article and was just like, oh great, because some of these idols are stupid. And I was just like, oh my God.
Wow. Yikes.
I also read that it's apparently gonna be open for like international people, but I don't know if it just means like trainees itself, or it's like, you know, like, oh, like they're starting this, like you can go and take this class and you can be anybody type of thing, you know what I mean?
Like BTS teaching us Korean.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
Oh, you got a master's program, a doctorate program, like,
right?
Can I go? Can I enroll?
SM going to do a song like the education connection?
I'm gonna need them to redo that same song, but in
Korean.
Yeah, in Korean.
And get the girl, fly her out.
Fly her out.
Yes. Education connection.
SM.
Get connected for free with education connection.
A legend. She'll always be remembered.
A piece of news that isn't on the docket though, Mr. B.I. Hanbin is opening his own label, everybody. Yes.
That's right. Yes.
Finally, love that. He's way too smart. And
when does Icon contract end? I'm gonna need them to just swip out.
You're right.
Listen, I don't know what, like, I'm just so happy. Like, first, he's free of all, like, the bullshit. Like, nothing was proven. He was proven not guilty, just like Wonho. And now he's gonna step out with his own company with that royalty money that he's still getting.
You're right.
And he's gonna make his own fucking record label. We love that.
Love that.
Kim Hanbin, everybody. Kim Hanbin.
We love that energy when idols are just like, you know what, fuck this, and I'ma do it myself.
You're right.
We love that mentality.
Woo! So we're gonna talk about something else. It's island time, everybody. Dun, dun, dun. It's my favorite segment of the week. The only reason I show up to work. I'm just kidding. I love this. So, first of all, we have to say sadness that another different Hanbin, has left Island. Aww. Our little Vietnamese vocalist.
Oh, he did leave?
Yeah, he got eliminated.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I feel like everyone knew. It was the producer's choice, so we knew it was going to be Hanbin or Daniel.
Yeah.
That's so sad. He was so cute with his Ramyeon.
Oh, literally, he's adorable.
He's so talented, too.
And
I really liked his voice. Yeah, no, like, everyone sobbed when he was leaving.
Yeah. They're like,
I feel like as like the eliminations have been going on, it's been sobbing harder, more. Yeah, like when Taki left, like everyone lost it. No, when I feel like we felt it the most when Gonu left. Yeah. Like I was just like no, and then everyone was just sobbing, and it's just been like going downhill since then. I forgot. Someone said that too. They're like, it's getting harder because as like the group gets smaller, you get to know each other better.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
I would like to request that, you know what, we just like don't eliminate anyone, and like these 9, we just debut them. Fuck
That's what I feel like, because they already have like the core 7. Like, because I feel like 7 was just like everyone like, oh, 7 members in a group. But then now they have the 5 with TXT. So now they need a big group and big hit. Yeah. You know what I mean? Test the waters. Have some variety.
Exactly. But the thing is, so I have a mutual that watches Island. I've mentioned her in the podcast before. Her name is Demi. Love her. Love that bitch. Anyway, me and her were talking, and she was like, yo, what if this is like a thing, you know, because there was part 1, part 2, there's going to be part 3 of the Island. What if it's like the top 7 isn't the quote-unquote debut group? It's like the core 7 that will be getting in, and maybe they're like going to add 1 or 2 other members. Like, they're going to like throw them in there. Just like, bloop, bloop. And I'm like, I don't feel like they would do that to us because we go through the emotional turmoil of losing them just to bring them back. Like, who would do something like that? JYP.
But,
right? I was about to say, what you talking about? My alma mater will do that.
Again, you never know. It's also Mnet, so...
Yeah. Also, I would just like to say my son Nikki got number 2.
Also, I would like to say my baby daddy K got number 1. Yes, what
Woo!
he deserves.
Japan line!
Japan line rise! Japan line rise!
It was so cute. I lost my shit when they announced Nikki for number 2. I was like,
what? I was like, oh my god!
Because throughout the whole episode, they were kind of like really highlighting him, saying like, I've never been into the debut group. So I was kind of like hoping, I was really hoping that this either meant like that he was gonna get a badge and be in the debut lineup for this week, or like he was not hoping for this part, but like I was like, it's either that or he's gonna get eliminated. Thankfully, he like ranked hella high because of the producers. Globally, he's still ranked low. I don't know why. Like, I don't understand. Everyone and their mom that has 2 eyes, including Kat's mom, while we're talking here, including Kat's mom, sees how talented he is. Right. And I don't understand why globally he ranks so low. Like, why? What's the matter, y'all?
What's the tea?
Vote for Nikki.
Vote for Nikki.
Oh
Vote
God.
for Daniel also, because this is the first week that they have praised him. Mm-hmm. They've praised Daniel, but they still ranked him like number 8. And I was like, what's the motherfucking correlation? Like, how does that work?
Thankfully, he wasn't on the bottom 2, so I'm hoping this means, like, he's gonna keep going up. I mean, there's one more week. But, like, please. Like, please.
But also, like, I can't see anyone else getting eliminated.
Well...
Yeah.
According to the show,
Yeah.
somebody's gonna get eliminated.
I know, but like when you see like the group is so good right now. Like this group,
It really is.
Like this group, this is the 9 that we all have wanted since the start of this fucking
That's
show.
true, because the like 10, 11, and 12, we would like interchange. We're like,
Yeah.
those are interchangeable with like these like.
But
these
these
like,
9 have always been the ones that we've wanted.
Dang.
Like this 9 group, like the 9 members right now have always been the ones where like they would be a great group together. And now it's the 9 finalists, and now 2 of them have to go. And I'm just like, I can't, because in my brain, these are the 9 that should be debuting. Mm-hmm. So in my brain, it's not correlating that only 7 are gonna make it. I'm like, no, that's not how it works.
I don't understand. There's like one member that I'm like, okay, he can go, but like the rest, like I cannot pick. Like no, like there's 8 that I'm like, I cannot pick a single one of these 8.
It terrifies me because I feel like it's gonna be Daniel, and that makes me really sad. But like,
it better not be.
But like, the producers don't like him, and globally, he's not ranking high.
Mm-hmm.
He did really well this week, though.
He did really.
So
really
maybe
well.
that'll help.
I hope so. I hope that this means like the producers are warming up to him, and also, so like some of them are dropping, and it's
Which terrifies me because Jungwon, like, he has the debut.
He's so talented.
Yeah, bro.
He like steadily dropped. Like all of a sudden, like last week he wasn't in the debut lineup, and it was like the first week he didn't get a badge, and then this week he's like on the chopping block. I was like, how the fuck did you like? How is he dropping so drastically? Because he's still like, honestly, I don't see a change in him. Like he's been like just consistently on top. And also, his song also dropped. And he was, like, so hard on himself this week. I was like, oh, no. Oh, also, Jay is fucking hilarious. Thank you.
Yeah, there was a little segment
He's
where...
so funny.
There was a segment where they were voting for the funniest Islander, and they said Heesung, which, I mean, Heesung's funny, but have you met Jay? Like, what the fuck?
I watched
like
not even half
kid.
of an episode. I watched maybe, like, 30 minutes, and that kid is so funny. Just the whole thing about him sleeping with his eyes open and the way he was crying... I was like, this is it. This is pure comedy. Like this, he needs to be in the group just for that.
He carries the show on his fucking back.
Period. Jay really does carry the show on his back. Like he's just so hilarious. And he talked to his mom this week, and I see where he gets the funny from.
Yo, it was so fucking funny. So pretty much he called his mom. Like the top 3 had the like reward to call people, right? So he called his mom, and the first thing his mom said is, "Oh, you got eliminated."
And she's like, it's okay, baby. Like
she
you
goes
did
on this
it.
whole rant about how she's good, how he's amazing, but he's not at the level that he's.
Dang.
And Jay's like, I ranked 3.
Which is funny because Heesung and Jay have like this rivalry kind of in the show and everything. And it's hilarious because Heesung's mom was like, "Oh, did Jay rank high? I love Jay." And Jay's mom is like, "You're not as good as Heesung."
Dang.
I hope they both debut, so then when the parents meet, it'll be beautiful.
Oh. Be like, I love your son. I love your son.
Yeah.
Straight sons.
And then
so
fucking
cute.
Sunwoo called his sister, and she was like, oh, and by the way, tell Sungwoon and Jay I said hi. I was like, you're right, sis. Get in there. Get in there.
I would do the same thing.
I'd be like, hey,
No shame.
how's Kay?
How's Kay? Like, is he
Or
good?
whatever. I love him.
I love all of them.
Why did, out of all the fucking survival shows, I had to pick this one to watch.
The big hit trash in you called you.
You're
Yep,
right,
you
you're
had
right.
to.
Speaking of big hit trash, TXT and BTS will be on the finale episode, everybody.
Woo! And we have to wake up at 4 a.m. to watch it
But
live.
I'll be there.
Jay better debut too. Like, listen, again, there's like...
But like, there's
please.
no other there's no one else I want to go. We're always like, they better debut. But then like, who gets eliminated? There's no one.
Well, next week is the final, so how are you guys feeling?
Nervous.
Not ready.
Terika's chilling because obviously her son's gonna debut. We've been known.
I mean, I don't want to. I'm kind of comfortable. I'm just letting it ride. I can never watch it anymore anyway because of work. So all I do is like go back and watch the performances because like by the time that I can watch anything, we've already discussed what happened in the show, or I just read all of you guys like messages in the
We
group
live
text.
message it.
Yeah, I just really need to watch the performances. So I'm chilling. I think he's gonna be fine.
Oh,
I'm not
100%.
too worried.
He's gonna debut. Like,
He's
I know
fine.
he's gonna debut.
I'm just excited for this group now. Like,
Same Jay.
They're gonna be so cute. Like I'm so excited.
Oh, that's another thing I'm really nervous about is what their name is gonna be.
Like I'm scared both ways because I want them to have a good name. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so like the company, the producer should pick. But then I'm like, eh. But then like I'll be like, well maybe the fans should vote. But then I'm like, hell no, because we did something like it's a bunch of letters that stand for like the best boys in town ever who love us so much and we love them too and we'll always support them. And you just take like the first letter of each one and you go it's like 82 letters but it's pronounced like you pissed.
Tomorrow by together.
Yeah,
their whole last name is Tomorrow by Together, and we're just like TXT. That's their
Yeah, literally. It's gonna be an abbreviation. Is it gonna be ILB, Island Boys? What?
Oh.
Yeah, but I mean, TXT works though. Like I like their name, even their whole name, like the concept of it and like the way it works. I'm like, okay, that's not terrible. But like, I mean,
we're sitting here like contemplating, but Big Hit has had this plan for like 10 years.
Yeah.
I'm saying, right?
Don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah, I know, and I just know it's gonna be something like I just can't. I'm gonna have to call them something else. Like I'm just gonna be like, okay,
The babies.
We'll
I
see.
don't know. I'm.
if the name is
nervous.
ugly, we better have a bomb fan name. That's all I'm gonna say.
You're right.
It's gonna be insane though, because like, okay, so now that they've been in Island, they really have been doing everything from the cleaning to like teaching themselves the fucking dance. Like they have really been like doing everything
They literally
themselves.
cleaned that whole last thing.
Yeah, like they do everything themselves. So imagine like how strong they're gonna be like after they debut. Like I think Carolina said that either last week or the week before, where like all the tools that Big Hit has, like imagine them being able to have access to that now. Like have a choreographer, have someone actually there teach them, and not them having to like teach themselves.
Yep.
Watching a performance video over and over again and like teaching them like each other it. Like that's gonna be insane because it really has like honestly I see what like the idea of it really did make them depend on each other and being like, okay, like we have like all we have is each other and that's it. Like at first obviously it was messy because there were so many of them, but now it's like really like they got it down.
Anyway, enough about Island. Let's talk about our fuckery of the week.
Yes.
So before we talk about our fuckery of the week, we will like to say that there is some triggers in this, you know, sexual assault, sexual things like abuse, harassment, all those things. So if you're not comfortable with that, there will be timestamps down below that you can just skip this whole segment.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So we're going to talk about the whole Woojin situation. Oh, boy.
And how I feel played. I feel like a clown.
It's okay.
I mean, you didn't.
Disgusting.
I mean, you didn't know.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like you knew and actively supported him knowing he
You're right.
was like a terrible person.
I went to the Stray Kids shows just to go to see Stray Kids. Most of the time I was looking at Changbin. I should have known at that moment.
Exactly. Your heart
true
was telling
bias.
you the truth.
Right.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
heart was telling you.
When we were first getting into Stray Kids too, I always noticed him, but just because he was kind of funny looking. But honestly, I would be like, "Ooh, wait, like what?" Because he looked like that.
He looks like a gnome.
No, he looks like that squirrel from Ice Age. That's who. Like,
Oh my god. It's true though.
Like Sid the Sloth?
Yeah.
yeah, that's what he looked like, and we're talking shit because he's a piece of shit. But anyway.
Yeah.
Ugly ass. Anyway, so it came out this week. A person came out and talked about sexual harassment that she had gone through at a club with an idol. And everybody's like, oh my God, who is this? Basically, she accounts the details of this very vividly, very realistically.
Wait, I have a quick question.
Yes.
Sorry. Was it a girl or was it a boy? Because I thought in his statement he said he. Was that a mistranslation?
Probably.
Maybe. I think it was a girl.
But see, here's the thing. We think it's a girl, but the person that came out and said all of this never mentions who they were, if they were a he, if they were a she, what club they went to, nothing, like what area they were in. So this is why it comes into play when he apologizes.
Exactly.
Yes. So
basically this girl like accounted details of what happened. Like she didn't name the club, she didn't name where she was, she didn't name anything else. She just named, well, she didn't even name the idol. She just said an idol sexually harassed her, talked to her very like dirty and like not polite and just rude, bought her a bottle of some type of liquor and then said, oh, now you have to do this and this for me because I did this for you, like, do you know who I am, blah 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 blah. Anyway,
name dropped.
Yeah. She went on this whole rant about who it was, and then people were asking like, who is it. She didn't name names, but she did say big three, which JYP, YG, SM, and then she said the first letter, the W, which is Woojin, the W in Woojin's name.
And she put the oo sound,
Ooh, yeah.
the oo character in Korean. Yeah. So that's why people jumped to conclusions that it was him.
No, because she also said he's no longer in this group.
He's no longer.
Oh, yeah. And then he was saying,
And then he talks shit about like his members and things like that.
And the leader specifically,
which if you come for Bangchan, bitch, you come for me, and I will come for your life.
I was like, don't we come for him every other week?
we do, but it's out of love. We do it, but it's out of love. He redeemed himself, so it's okay.
Well,
I think
for me. But anyway. Well, for me, I'm still mad at him, but it's fine. Go ahead.
Anyway, so basically she came out about all this. So everyone automatically jumped to conclusions and was like, yo, no wonder he got kicked out of Stray Kids. And then it was like, it blew up. And Woojin then, piece of fucking shit, released a statement where he was like, I never met this person. I never went to this club in Itaewon. I never did this. And then everybody was like, yo, she didn't even say where you were.
Yep.
She didn't even say who she was.
And in the same breath, he said, I'm coming out with a solo, so you can expect that soon. I'm like,
and
bitch.
This is my company that signed me. And then he put together a fake-ass profile, fake-ass Instagram for this non-existent fucking record company.
A fake Twitter account. Stole the logo from a furniture store.
Stole the logo from a furniture store.
Wait, so was it him that did it? Because I saw different things. I saw that they said that he did this, and then I saw that people said it was like a troll account doing this or like pretending to be him.
Girl, he tagged the company in his Instagram post.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I didn't follow him on any type of social media, so I had no clue. And like everything that was happening, I was at work, and by the time I got off, like everything was like deleted.
Oh, he followed that Instagram account. I saw someone screenshot it because I never followed him. So
I unfollowed him as soon as like the W and the oo came out. I was like, unfollow, and I was like, you all have 24 hours or you're cut.
But no, yeah, so this came out like late at night, and Kat messaged us like, yo, somebody said this about Big Three, and we were just like, what? But the moment I saw that tweet that said the W and the oo, and it was like Big Three, I was like, that's Woojin. Like anything that fit, whatever is happening, it fits his description. He's not in the group anymore. He left. And it explains why he got kicked out. Like, I said he got kicked out because he probably got somebody pregnant. But no, it's because he's a piece of shit. Got it. Mm-hmm. And then this made more sense too, because I remember, I have a feeling it was JYP himself that said that his idols might not be like the best looking or the most talented or the most, like the best of the best type of thing, but that he gets people that are good people. And you could see that with the guy, like, sadly, but for the rumors of him being a bully, the guy that was on Produce X 101, like, the rumors started and he got kicked out quick out of JYP. It just, like, all clicked. And then all of these clips now are coming out of, like, him being mean to the other members and, like, shit like that. And I'm just like, bro, he really got us all, like, fooled and fucked up. I mean, Stray Kids know, because I know that Felix posted a picture and it said #8, and I said, ooh.
Yep.
I said, ooh.
He said, not about that.
That's my man.
He said, dropping the tea right now and letting y'all know.
I want to know, though, because remember when he left and, like, all the members were, like, crying and stuff because it was, like, so sudden. I want to know if, like, they weren't aware of it. What I'm thinking is that, like, he was, like, slowly declining, like, probably out partying more and more and, like, not paying attention to, like, work and, like, schedules. And there's nothing wrong with partying and having fun. But obviously you have to have responsibilities. Like, at the end of the day, like, it's your job. Like, you got to do what you got to do, you know? Like, if I am working on, like, say Friday and I want to party Thursday, like, I need to know, like, no, I have work the next day. Can I handle, like, partying for a little bit, going to sleep early, and still making it to work, because that's my job, you know?
Yeah.
So I think, like, Woojin was probably, like, partying and, like, declining, and probably Chan was like, hey, we have to do this, this, and this. And so I believe, like, that's probably, like, what started the tension between them, because I saw that Woojin was, like, talking hella shit about Chan, right? And so I'm thinking, like, maybe Chan was, like, on his case about it, and Woojin wasn't happy, and then maybe the whole incident happened and JYP kicked his ass out, and then Stray Kids were like, what the fuck? And then as time went on, maybe they realized, they found out things, and so, like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Chan was so upset about, what was it? Oh, that he couldn't keep the number 9 or something.
Yeah, that he couldn't keep them together. But it's like, again, that's why I have a feeling that they probably just didn't know.
So then Felix was like, we 8, bitch. Who's the, what 9? We were never a 9.
Literally.
Exactly.
9, I don't know
That's
her.
not me.
Yeah,
You were not in my group.
Exactly, because he's been hashtagging 8 for a while.
It's crazy. And then obviously you have, like, the conversation popping up of, like, oh, like, you don't really know your idol, and, like, you don't know this and you don't know that. And I'm just like, you know what? Like, we've been known this. Like, you should know better. Whoever feels, like, entitled enough to be like, I know everything about my, like, my opar or whatever, right? Like, that never makes sense to me, because I'm just like, no, like, you only know their persona that they show you. You don't know how they are behind the scenes. You're not their friend. As much as you can feel comfortable with an idol, and how we're always just like, oh, like Ace, like, oh, Ace, like, we're best friends with Ace, like, things like that. Like, we don't really know their full person, you know, like, them as a full person.
Chan is my best friend. I don't know what you're talking about. And then, how dare you?
And then on the other side of the coin, too, you can't also use that logic and be like, oh, you're right, we don't know them, we don't know him, so what about this idol? He probably did this too. We don't know, we really don't. So you can't use that logic to also bring other idols or other, like, people into things too. Like, I feel like that's just, like, a life skill. Like, you never really know anyone. That's, like, people in general, not just celebrities, or not just, like, people you admire. It's just, like, people in general. Like, you could be living next door and your neighbor, like, your whole life, he could be a secret, like, serial killer, and you probably have no clue, because he's not going to be like, hi, I'm your new neighbor, I murder people on my off time, so watch out for that. Who, you might be next. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people don't openly advertise the shitty things about them. You know what I mean? So just, like, Stray Kids probably had no idea that he was going out and doing this, so you shouldn't, like, cancel the whole group or be mad at members. It's just, like, he's not going to go out and tell his friends that he's a shit human, or that he's doing these things, you know what I mean? So I was just like, I don't understand people's logic when they were mad at all of them. I was like, they might have just found out the way we all found out. Like,
because at the end of the day, they're co-workers. Like, I understand, like, they have this bond, and, like, obviously they live together and all that, but again, at the end of the day, they are co-workers. Ooh, Tarek, are you gonna talk about the NCT stuff? Ooh.
I don't really know much about it because I just thought it was stupid. They basically the whole basis of it was because they were friends when they were trainees, and I was just like,
so what happened so after all of this happened, there were a couple of troll accounts that like created fake Twitters just to like divert from Woojin because they're still supporting him type of thing.
For why?
Which, yeah, it makes no sense. Because then you had people that were just like, well, this person's not saying who they are or whatever. It could be all fake. And then, you had that part of Stan Twitter. And then you had the people that were, again, creating troll accounts. And they were just naming names. So I know that they mentioned, some stuff with NCT members and trying to drag other people in, creating chaos about it, and then being like, oh, JK, my source told me that it's only Woojin, like the other ones don't have anything to do with it. And I'm just like, why? Like, what's the point of that?
Yeah, like, I didn't get that. And, like, it was pissed me off, too, because, like, all K-pop instantly wrote an article about it because the fake account was just like, oh, Jungwoo was there doing it, too. Like, we have it on tape or something random. And all K-pop was just like, oh, really? And they wrote a whole article about how, like, Jungwoo might have been involved. And everyone's just like, what? And, like, not even 20 minutes after they released this article, the person was just like, ha, just kidding. I lied about the whole thing. Y'all are so gullible on Stan Twitter. You believe everything. And I was like, wow. It was just really weird because, like, the basis of the claim is because, like, when Woojin was a trainee at SM, him and Jungwoo were friends, and that was literally the basis of it. And so they were like, well, if they were friends, they probably still talk, which means they probably hang out, which means that Jungwoo was there. That was literally the, like,
no correlation.
It was so
like,
weird.
There's nothing to go together with that. Like, all right. Now the other thing coming out of this is that somebody found out that basically when you get kicked out of a company like that, like JYP and things like that, you get banned. So Woojin was banned from the entertainment company industry. So basically he'd been lying since he left, since he got kicked out. He's been lying about having a solo debut because he cannot. And I'm just like, how big of a piece of shit you gotta be? Like, wow.
Literally. It was wild, yo. Wild.
But again, he criminalized himself because, again, this person that tweeted never said anything. So the fact that he even went on there and said, yeah, I don't know this person, I've never been to that club. I'm like, but they didn't say which one. So you basically tattletale on your own. Yep. Got it. Anyways, but let's move on to some goodness in the K-pop world because Taemin came back, everybody. Let's talk about some comebacks. Taemin came back with Criminal. His whole album is beautiful and so good. So good. It is. But let's talk about Criminal. Honestly, somebody described this as Taemin's just been like the master sub of K-pop for forever. And I'm just like, you're right.
I'm about it.
He was out there. Like, this music video was wild. Dancing with his hands tied up. He said this ain't gonna be no TikTok dance challenge. And I said, damn.
But then it was because...
Yep. It's always a TikTok challenge.
But yeah, like, it was just like, it was really like, it was schmexy. Like, it was just like the colors. It was like sensual. And I was like, ooh.
Isn't
and like,
Taemin
when he's like,
always sexy though? Come on.
Yeah, he is. But then, like, when he was, like, tied up and he's dancing, but then he, like, uses his teeth to undo like his hands, and I was just like, wow, that's a talent.
That's
a talent.
That right there is that talent, everybody.
And, like, I don't know if anyone watches, like, Teen Titans, like the original Teen Titans.
Yes.
But like, there's one part where like his dancers have on these masks and they look like that villain. What's his name? Like Slate or Slade?
Oh my god, you're right.
I was like, oh my god. But it was really cool. Like, it was just very like, it draws you in. You're just like, ooh.
Oh yeah, the music video is gorgeous. Like,
yes, very
the visuals are outstanding in it. Like, the dancers, like, you know, with him, like, all together, it works just so beautifully. And girl, when he was just like, destroy me more, bitch, I was like, where's the sign up list? But you're like see, this is why I'm just like, Taemin, you're like the biggest catfish of K-pop. If somebody saw just your music videos, they'll be like, oh, this man is like, he's out there all the time. No, he's not. He's like a cute bunny.
He's a sweet little baby.
He's like a little baby, like small, like, you know, little giggles and smiles all the time. So I'm just like, you, again, catfish. He's just outstanding. And this song is really good. It has his, like, his style, but it's just like this like undertone of sexy in it. Yeah.
You're right. Just Taemin.
Yeah.
The Supreme.
Just Taemin.
The Supreme doing what he does best.
What the Supreme does
Supreming.
best. Being the Supreme.
Being the Supreme.
Next in our list, we have Namjoo from Apink. She finally had her solo debut with Bird.
Oh my gosh. I didn't expect to like the song as much
I
as
liked
did.
it.
Yeah.
Like I went in it and I was just like, okay, but then in the middle, I was just like, okay, like I'm about this.
The
like,
beat was catchy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's like it's a
it.
nice message, and it's a super nice message that it was just like, like you want to be free like a bird.
Yeah.
So it just gave a very big sense of like empowerment, and just like the music video was very powerful looking. The song itself is very just like, it's one of those like like those songs in the inspiring like soundtracks type of shit.
Oh, inspirational.
Yeah, thank you.
You're good. But yeah, I like the fact that she was always in the center. After she was in the center, she was by herself, or she was elevated above everybody. So it was kind of like, it was all about her and her freedom and stuff. And that crown was my favorite thing in the world. Yes, and now I feel like I should invest in crowns. Would that be weird if I just like wore a crown every day?
No, because I too would love to do that. I want to just walk down in gowns. Like, why can't that just be a thing?
Can we make this happen? Like, we just need...
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, I really like the backup dancers that move when they were like in the line, but they like were all in different levels to the point where she was like in the middle. You could see her. Like it was doing like a half circle, but it was like dipping into the middle. You know what I mean? I really like that move.
Yeah, it was very like like visually pleasing to watch this music video.
I loved all her outfits. Like, I'm here for this aesthetic. Love that.
For our last comeback this week, we have YooA. She had her she's from Oh My Girl. She had her solo debut with Voyage.
If she was a totally different person, like if she
this would have been great.
Wasn't racist.
I like the song. I like the song, but if she wasn't who she is, like I can't. Like even in the video, there was a lot of gray area in the way she was dressing and things. So I was just like, damn.
This whole thing gave me like I was on an acid trip, and this is the shit that I would like feel and see. Like,
I hope this is not what the shit I would see. Like, okay, listen.
Like the feel like you're frolicking in the grass type of feel. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I like the color grade. The aesthetics were it. That's all I wrote, honestly. I was like, aesthetics, like that's it.
Yeah, the aesthetics
and the song,
Did you not like the song? I liked the song. It was fun. I feel like it was something like Carolina said. Like I feel like if you guys drug me to one of your raves and I was just like dancing in the rain and just like being free, vibing. Yeah. But like some of her outfit choices were not great. And so I know like a lot of people were debating on Twitter whether it was appropriation or not, and I saw some people were like, definitely it is. How can you tell me, someone who's native, that it's not? And then there were people that was just like, how could you guys are just always coming for her because it was Princess Mononoke themed and not Native American themed. And I was like, wait, what? So
isn't that Princess Native?
Yeah, I think she's supposed to be. So I don't even know. But I was hella confused. I was like, no, just stop talking. So if she was not who she is, if they gave this song to like anybody else, I'd be like, yeah.
You know who would be good? The baby from Red Velvet. Yeah.
I love her entire being. I just want to meet her and tell her how much I love her and be her best friend and give her cookies and anything she wants ever.
She would be great for this.
We love non-racist idols. We love that.
So see, that's the problem. Like if
because she totally
is she racist because she's uneducated? Yes, but does she refuse to educate herself and no longer not be racist? No. So that's where my problem is. So like
that's really the issue that everyone has with Oh My Girl. You're right.
Yes, like that's the issue. If you had a boo-boo and you're like, oh, I didn't know about this, because I understand, like different cultures, you were raised different, you guys are like a sheltered country, blah blah blah. Okay, I get it. But the fact that they continue to do this and like they're told like, hey, this is appropriation, and they refuse to educate themselves and then like proceed to make fun of other countries or other races. not even like make fun of it, except my people. Y'all made fun of my people, so boom. But anyway,
that's the thing though. Like if it was like cultural appropriation and you did it and people called you out and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know, I'm so sorry, you apologize and you didn't do it again, whatever. But on top of them all doing it over and over again, it like takes it to another level, because then they just start making like fun mocking and like laughing and like teasing, like like Cynthia said, her people, they did it to a lot of like Desi cultures. Like I was just like, bro, like at this point it's like you're trying.
They're just picking out of a hat, like which cultural appropriation we doing today?
At this point you just don't care, because now you're appropriating and you're making fun of.
Listen, like I don't know what else to tell these people. I don't get it. Like I feel like you get a pass, like, well, to an extent, and also like depends on their background, but like you get a pass. But when you keep going and doing it and then it gets worse and worse and worse, it's like, okay, at this point, honestly, you look dumb, because like personally, I think being racist is really embarrassing. Like, I would feel like I would have a low IQ if I was racist. You know what I mean? So
you're right.
The fact that you keep doing it, and like at this point, I know that we know that you're racist. Like, we know. We've been known. And I think that's just like, embarrassing, especially because like if you want to be like, I feel like every artist wants to be known worldwide at some point, and so like if you want to be known worldwide, I think you should be known worldwide about like your artistry and not about like your racism.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing, it goes back to like how we are always saying like they need urban consultants, like
they
type
do need
of thing.
Cultural like people that'd be like, yo,
because even with the solo, like like we were saying, like if this song was for somebody else, girl, this would be great, just with different outfits. Like,
and that's the thing too, like I feel like if my group was like repeatedly being called out or like something like that for like cultural appropriation or being racist and stuff, I would be like the like most careful. Like I would start filming music videos, just me in a room with white walls just singing. Like nothing, just like in a plain t-shirt and some jeans, like nothing, because I was like, I'm not trying to take the time to offend anyone, even if I think that I'm appreciating it, maybe someone else would be. I don't want that at all. But like she could have went so many ways. Like she could have just been a little like wood nymph,
like a fairy,
like a little fairy in the woods. Like she didn't even need all of the like wear paint or anything, like headdresses. Like she could have just been a fairy. No one's gonna be offended by that. Like you would think that they would be like, you know what, maybe we don't see it this way, but this is kind of a gray area where I just don't know if it is or not, so let's just not. But they were just like, nah, let's just go all out, let's just do it. And I'm just like,
do it.
No, please, no.
It's also how they take the criticism. It's how they react after the fact when they post it. Like, for example, let's like Chonga, when that music video came out and there was like a part where some fans were like, hey, like this is actually like appropriating my culture, and she took that down instantly, had that re-edited, reposted it. It was like done instantly. Or Ace 2, for example, that video gone. They had to reshoot it, they had to re-edit everything, but they took the time and they did that. And that is how, and also they got educated about it. Like, that is how you should move forward. Like, we don't expect you to like know everything about every culture, because there's like so many countries, there's so many cultures, so many religions that you might not know about. But it's when someone tells you, especially your fan, like if fans are being like, hey, like I love you so much, but this is actually hurting me and this is appropriating my culture, then you have to listen to them. Like, oh, okay. And then you like learn about it, or like it's just how you go about it. You know what I mean?
The song is really good, but
it's just hard to support someone that doesn't support you. You know what I mean? Like they're just not a good, you just don't vibe with that. And so even if their music is incredible, it's kind of like, it sucks because it's a like, or
literally
it sucks.
Nonstop is such a good song. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, or it sucks because their music is good or they're talented and you just want to be like, like I was obsessed with Liar. Like that was my jam, that Pink Ocean EP, and then all of a sudden it just all fell through, and I don't think I've listened to that song in like a year. Like I just can't. And I used to love that song.
It brings up the whole like separating the art from the artist, but like I feel like we've come to a point in life, also in a point in this world where like you can't do that anymore. Like, I understand, like, back in the day when everybody would be like, oh, well, it's like, this is, like, the art that they're creating. It's not, like, about the person that creates it. It's, like, okay, but, like, Chris Brown, like, beats women on the daily. And, like, you think I'm gonna, like, support that man? Music? No.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, also, I see people will be like, well, if you guys don't listen to it, that's not gonna, like, stop them from blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but, like, at least I'm not consuming it, and I'm not supporting them, and I'm not taking part of those numbers, and I'm not taking part of any of that. So yeah, I'm one person, sure, but I'm still one person, and in my conscience, like, I'm clean. Like, I'm happy. Exactly. I sleep better at night knowing that I don't support racism and I don't support racist people, you know?
Right.
Yep, same.
Anyway, so
that's how we're feeling.
Wow. Yeah. So much to say.
And if we have, like, oh my girl fans that are listening and they don't agree with us, like, it's an open discussion. Debate you can add us. But but again, in Not Your Average Fangirls, we do not hold back.
And we do not support racism in this household.
So that was all the comebacks for this week. We are going to end off with our songs of the week. Woo, 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 woo.
Yes.
My songs of the week. A.c.e.'s Clover has been repeatedly repeating in my life the past, like, week. That whole album, to be honest, is just fucking brilliant. The second song that I have been listening to a lot is IU Blooming, because I really love that song.
Love that song.
Yes, those are my two songs.
My songs of the week. Can I say Dynamite by BTS, even though it's, like, not in Korean? Because it's Dynamite by BTS. Thank you.
Shut up. Stop. Okay. Mine too.
And also, wow, we love that. We love big hit representatives. Okay. And also, my other song of the week is Epiphany by BTS. What? Yes, by Jin of BTS. Love that man. Love the song. Yes. It's been randomly coming up on my shuffle lately, and I'm like, you're just really trying to come for my feelings, I see. And my one song of the week is Airplane.
Good song.
Don't forget to stream Lived. Thank you.
All right, so my song of the week is You by Primary featuring Kwanjin Ah and RM. Happy birthday! Happy birthday, Namjoo! I freaking love this song. It's so good. If you have not listened to this song, please listen to it because it's a masterpiece. My second song of the week is Dynamite by BTS. This has been stuck in my head, and my little cousins really enjoy it, so I play it a lot for them.
Cute.
I know. My NCT song of the week is technically not an NCT song, but 4 of our OT21 boys are in the group, so but it's Tiger Inside by Super Imp.
You're right.
A great song.
Yes. Woo. Ooh, that growl.
Ugh, girl, that man.
Young.
That man.
Yes. For my songs of the week, funny enough, it is Tiger Inside by Super Imp. That song is just so catchy.
It's so good.
But I've also been on my chill vibes, so I've been listening to Jem Alone a lot, especially Homepage that just came up with it, Offshore, What's Up, and then Weekend as well by Jem Alone. I freaking love those songs. And remember, everybody, if you don't know who the hell we're talking about most of the time when we mention our songs, because we like to be edgy and tell about artists that nobody knows. Anyways, no, I'm just kidding. But if you guys don't know who we're talking about most of the time, there is a playlist that we post every week of every song that we mention on our podcast, comebacks, and our songs of the week and everything. So you guys can check that out. Every week it's different, and it's on there. Spotify. Yeah. What's up?
Spotify.
Not Apple, though.
Just because I don't have an Apple anymore, so I can't make it on there anymore.
Well, I'll make it then, I guess. Because you're racist against Apple products.
Racist.
So that was our podcast. So, whether you are an Apple Music anti or not,
oh my God.
make sure you always
vote for Nikki.
Fangirl.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Stop.